Message à l'attention des spectateurs. Ok. Salut Raouf, Samy. Donc les messages n'apparaissent plus à l'écran parce qu'en fait, quand on active le chat, ça nous bouffe une bonne partie de l'écran sur la droite. Et j'ai vu qu'on pouvait le désactiver. Et du coup, je lis vos messages directement sur la tablette que j'ai mis en face de moi. Hop, comme ça je peux profiter du plein écran au niveau du jeu. Voilà, donc bonjour à tous, pour ceux qui vont regarder la vidéo en rediff. Je reprends tranquillement le Unwritten Tales 2 que j'ai laissé de côté depuis un petit moment, comme pas mal d'autres jeux. Alors je me souviens plus du tout comment on se déplace dans ce jeu, c'est un peu spécial. Ah non, c'est bon. Donc on en était ici. Waouh, je sais plus du tout comment ça fonctionne. Ok. Hop. Alors regardez le roi. J'ai l'impression que la musique est un peu forte. On va baisser le son ici. Ok. Triangle c'est l'inventaire. Et carré c'est les interactions. Ok. Examiner la tablette de pierre. Ici je sais qu'on a 3 symboles qui vont nous servir. Bon, on va déjà parler à tout le monde. C'est parti.
On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well. I can blame Mother for a lot of things. On the Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Alors, tu penses vraiment que je suis grosse? J'ai l'impression que la musique est ultra forte. Non, je vais baisser le son tout simplement. Hop là. Tu penses vraiment que ce prince me conviendra? Pouvons-nous faire quelque chose pour l'épidémie à Rochemer? À plus tard. Allez, go.
Do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Ok. Tu penses vraiment que ce prince me
Why
conviendra?
do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what Harry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Ok. Donc ça c'est notre mère et on a notre père qui est avachi là au pied de l'arbre. Je pense qu'on va lui parler.
Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
Ok, donc par contre on est en full écran mais on a les sous-titres qui viennent se cacher derrière la cam. Je pense que c'est le cas pour d'autres jeux du coup, si on a des barres de vie ou ce genre de choses. Belle journée n'est-ce pas? Mère me traite comme un enfant.
Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems to be troubling you.
She locked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticizes me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Wow. Ah, de toujours défendre mère. Veux-tu aussi que j'épouse ce prince? Te serais-tu servi de l'artefact de destinée divine? Je suis enceinte, éclaire-moi. Waouh. C'est parti.
You are always defending her. Doesn't she drive you mad too?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the GNU talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are. Warts and all.
Veux-tu aussi que j'épouse ce prince?
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh.
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Ok. Te serais-tu servi de l'artefact de destinée divine? C'est pour que je sois enceinte, ça je me souviens plus trop de l'histoire, donc je sais que je suis enceinte, a priori. Éclaire-moi plus tard. Allez, go.
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate? Or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air, and then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
Ok.
Enlighten me, Father.
The moth and the dandelion, laughing madly and turning quickly in circles, are amongst the greatest wonders of the world.
That is interesting. I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Je dois aller à Roche-Mère et consulter l'archimage.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmaid.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, but I'll work on that. Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, loved by me like very little else, are amongst the greatest...
I've got
Okay.
quite a lot to think about. See you later, Father.
Donc faut partir du royaume sans l'autorisation de la mère.
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
Ok.
Only priestesses are allowed to get water from the well. Up to now, my mother hasn't tried to make me into a priestess. If I'm lucky, she never will. This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No, Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Que signifient les symboles sur les tables de pierre? Impeccable. Comment papa et toi vous êtes rencontrés? Ok.
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The three symbols depict the three different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth.
Mhm.
And water that is bathed by moon.
Et l'eau baignée par la lune.
Oh.
Que veux-tu dire par les différentes formes
What's all this
qu'adopte?
different forms of water all about then?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
Ok.
When you married Father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that I had ever met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages, and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Ok, donc là on va pouvoir prendre de l'eau.
That's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
J'ai soif, je veux concocter une potion avec. C'est un ingrédient important, c'est pour un rituel.
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Je vais insuffler autant d'air que possible, puis la vendre très cher. N'importe quoi. C'est pour faire une potion de beauté. C'est pour une croissance pour les plantes. Ah.
A growth potion. One could call it a kind of liquid fertilizer for arbor.
Arbor has always managed perfectly well without magic up to now, and the Moonwell water is much too precious to waste on flowers.
Ok.
About the moon water, could I have some?
What do you need it for?
I'd like to carry out a ritual. I need some water that has been bathed by the moonlight for it.
Really? What sort of ritual?
Je vais lancer un sort sur le miroir. J'espère qu'il répondra à certaines de mes questions. Je veux ne faire qu'une avec le cosmos pour voir l'avenir et le passé. C'est une surprise.
Well, I want to, well, it's a surprise.
I don't like surprises, especially not when it
Elle est
concerns
chiante.
magic rituals. What sort of ritual are you planning?
Well, it's just, really...
What do you want to use the water for?
Oh, forget it. About the moon water, could I have some?
What do you need it?
I'm thirsty, and I thought to myself, I've never tried Moonwell water.
Well, keep thinking. This water is not intended for such profane use.
Ok.
I need it for a potion.
Really?
I just think that one could sell water with lots of bubbles in it for much more money than pure water.
What a strange idea. But why don't you just take normal
Yokumi.
water? Anyone falling for that will never know the difference.
Ah, j'arrive pas à prendre. Ça va, mec? Bon courage hein, pour ce matin.
About the moon water.
What do you...
Bon. Elle veut pas me
I
donner...
need it for a...
Ok. Du coup, on fait ça.
Oh, the moon water is a particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is...
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Ok.
Absolutely.
Putain, j'ai quasiment tout fait pour trouver la bonne solution, quoi.
May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Ah, va falloir les mettre dans un ordre précis, je pense. Parce que j'ai qu'un seul récipient. Je pense. Il me faut un peu plus d'eau, voilà. À plus tard.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Bon, de toute façon, j'ai faux. En premier, il faut mettre l'eau qui vient de la terre. J'en sais rien en fait. L'eau qui vient de la terre. Bon, on va aller voir déjà l'histoire du rituel, puisque je m'en souviens plus du tout. Hop. Ça va, je bosse pas aujourd'hui, j'emmène madame au médecin. Ah, tu bosses pas aujourd'hui? Ah bon, ça va. Ouais, j'ai bossé cette nuit. Mais là, je fais un petit effort et je vais à l'escalade tout à l'heure. Et je ferai une sieste cet après-midi. Alors. Il est où mon personnage? Ok, il est là. Et là, on a de l'eau aussi.
Water that's fallen from the sky.
L'eau tombée du ciel.
The symbol's glowing. 2 symbols are still inactive.
Ah, je me suis trompé de... Je pense qu'il faut les mettre dans un ordre précis. L'eau qui jaillit de la terre, c'est celle-là? La source? Ouais, c'est ça. Bon, on va déjà la mettre dans cet ordre-là et on fera l'inverse après. Non, non, non. Si. Ah putain, j'ai vraiment du mal avec les... Ok, si, elle y va.
Right. Now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moonwell. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Observez les symboles.
Water that's fallen from the sky. Water that's been bathed by moonshine. 2 symbols are glowing.
Ok,
Only
plus
one
qu'un.
to go.
Tu te fais pas des FPS au frag? Bah non, parce qu'en fait, je suis en train de faire le Call of Duty là que j'ai testé, mais le frag ça va pas. Bah tu sais, je t'avais dit qu'ils s'étaient trompés de version apparemment dans les souris de logiciel, enfin le firmware comme ils appellent ça. Du coup, je pense qu'avant de streamer, je vais attendre. Je vais en tester quelques-uns, mais je pense que je sais pas si je vais les streamer, peut-être. Hein. Mais ça marche pas aussi bien que j'aimerais, du coup ça m'énerve un peu. Je sais pas, peut-être que j'en ferai un peu cet après-midi, mais voilà, c'est pas génial quoi. Je vais attendre la nouvelle souris. Ils doivent renvoyer carrément une souris quoi, avec un autre logiciel dedans, mars-avril quoi. Bon après c'est jouable, mais c'est vraiment énervant quoi. Ça marche pas, pour l'instant ça marche pas aussi bien que celui sur PS3. Mais bon, on verra bien. Mais si j'en ferai peut-être un petit peu cet après-midi. Mais je suis assez déçu pour l'instant. Donc l'eau qui vient de la terre, je suppose que c'est ça. Hop. Voilà. Hop.
No, water from the sky is already in the bowl.
Ok. Bah pour moi c'est pas trop l'eau qui vient du ciel ça. Ah bah je prends dans le bassin alors. Ok. Ah si, je sais ce qu'il faut faire. sais ce qu'il faut faire. Je crois.
Right then, fresh water for the bird bath. If I do succeed in escaping, it'll be a while before Cheap is able to bathe in his basin again. Do I have the right to drag him into this? He should really have the choice of returning as soon as I escape.
Merde, c'est con. Ils ont plus de mal à la configurer sur PS4 en espérant qu'elle fonctionne bien. Bah, dans leur mail, en fait, ils ont juste dit qu'il y avait eu une erreur lors des implantations des firmware dans les souris et qu'ils s'étaient trompés sur des centaines de souris. Ils avaient mis l'ancienne version qui était sur PS3. Est-ce que c'est vrai? Est-ce que c'est des conneries? Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Mais en tout cas, c'est pas génial, quoi. C'est pas génial, génial. Je m'amuse pas autant que j'aimerais, quoi. Bon, ça va pas ce que j'ai fait. Je peux pas récupérer la flotte là? Elle m'a dit que l'eau venue du ciel se transformait en eau de la terre si c'était une vulgaire flaque. Mais où est-ce qu'on peut la mettre du coup? Parce que là-dedans on peut pas. Ça je l'ai déjà rempli. Je pense qu'il faut changer de pièce. Donc on fait ça et on change de pièce. Ah voilà un plein écran. Alors là on peut la mettre nulle part. Ok. Ah, on peut la verser nulle part l'eau. Ok. Où est-ce que je peux verser de l'eau? Non, pas là non plus.
It may not be befitting.
Alors qu'est-ce qu'on a? Cliché du prince Lalilos, tête de roseau, graines de tournesol. Ah c'est ça qu'il faut peut-être que je mette dans le truc à oiseau? Non. Gros vers gras. Non plus. Bêche, canne à pêche. Le chapeau, sentir la fleur. Livre de menuiserie. Je sais pas.
Since Nate left without so far I've managed to find.
Une flaque. Une vulgaire flaque.
No, water from the sky's already in the bowl. You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Ah, il me faut une eau spéciale, ok. Regardez, j'ai trouvé un livre sur la menuiserie.
Look, I found this book in the library.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
Ok, il me faudrait un chaudron d'or. Pourquoi? Ça me dit rien ça. Il me faut une eau
I
spéciale.
need a special sort of water arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go.
Salut Simon.
And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work.
J'ai pas compris ce qu'il a fait là. Bon. Ça va mec? Ok. Il me faudra un chaudron d'or, en avez-vous un?
If I happen to need a pot of gold and you happen to have one, would you be happy to lend it to me?
Or if I be the Sultan of the Three Deserts and you had juicy grapes, would you feed me?
Okay, seriously, do you have a pot of gold?
Just like you have grapes and be the Sultan.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
Or that I won't.
Donc il m'a donné l'eau qui vient de la terre? Ah. Eh ben voilà, parfait. Pouf.
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
Ah, c'était pour lui poser des questions. Ma première incantation magique, pas mal. Vous êtes vraiment omniscient. Qui êtes-vous exactement et où?
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
Ok.
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Ok, qui êtes-vous hein? Que savez-vous sur l'épidémie de Branche-Mère? Je suis enceinte, je ne devrais pas l'être. Que savez-vous à ce sujet?
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay.
Oh là là, il y a tellement de textes dans ce bouquin, dans le jeu. Êtes-vous également dans le miroir de ma chambre? Emer et les autres vous invoquent pour vous demander conseil. Que savez-vous? Bon, allez.
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. but if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Bon, ça va, il y a des trucs assez marrants. Emer et les autres vous invoquent pour vous demander conseil.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them.
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
Ok. Que savez-vous sur l'épidémie de roche-mère?
I can see stone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
Well, what is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Ok. Je suis enceinte, je ne devrais pas l'être. Que savez-vous à ce sujet?
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and Mate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, Princess.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Stone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Ok.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
Ok. Donc voilà. Fallait qu'on fasse ce rituel pour avoir le mot de passe des gardes pour pouvoir partir du château. Et je me souviens plus pourquoi notre personnage sait que c'est Melon à la base. Ah si, je crois que c'est le petit arbre qui lui avait dit. Ok. Alors. Est-ce qu'on lui reparle?
I don't know what I could ask him right now.
Non. Là on peut partir du château théoriquement. Donc en désactivant par contre les sous-titres, j'ai aussi désactivé le temps de jeu. Et je trouvais ça plutôt bien d'avoir le temps de jeu. Je voulais faire un truc avant. Voilà. Je voulais remplir ma cruche. Je sais pas si ça sert à quelque chose, mais... Non, j'ai vraiment du mal avec le gameplay. Ok. Donc là j'ai le mot de passe, mais au final, il faut que j'aille où? On va parler à la mer. Ok.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Enlighten me, father.
The moth and the lap.
Ok.
Enlighten... That... I've got quite...
Donc faut que je parte du château. Théoriquement je peux donc. Tac. C'est par où la sortie? Je crois qu'il faut que je parle à mon oiseau. Parce qu'il n'y a pas de sortie en fait ici. Ok. Du coup l'oiseau il est là. Ah je crois que c'est l'oiseau qui m'avait dit le mot de passe.
I already know everything that this book can teach me.
Ok.
Hey, Cheap.
Comment nous procurer un hippogriffe sans chaudron d'or?
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito.
Non. Et il me faut un hippogriffe.
I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Ok.
Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother... So far,
On est bloqué? Il me faut un hippogriffe. Et un chaudron d'or. Enfin, le chaudron d'or avant. Bon. Oh, je suis bloqué. Je suis bloqué.
I don't know what I could ask him right now.
Ok.
I'll leave her to work. This magical epidemic seems to be really worrying her. My father is the most powerful druid in the Woodland Realm. Some say that he is the Woodland Realm. He knows every bush, each insect here. He has conversations with nature and knows things that no one else is aware of. Unfortunately, he's got a few communication issues. His similes concerning nature take a bit of getting used to.
Je suis bloqué.
Pa?
Yes, Poppet?
Enlighten me, Father.
Evil-smelling murlocs, denied by those who are unwary, bring the little llama to tears.
Understood.
Oh, j'ai eu un trophée, dis donc.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father. That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad. I know everything I need to know. Today's password is melon. When I use it at the border, the watch will have to let me pass. And by the time they find out they've been duped, I'll be in Seastone.
Ok. Sauf que là, je suis complètement bloqué honnêtement. Je sais pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire.
A book about woodcrafts, sanding, cutting, hammering.
Ah.
I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure, and I know it's right. I'm pregnant, and I don't know how, and I don't know why. I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds out. The Archmage in Seastone will know what to do.
Ok.
Cheap Cheap does care. We do like teasing each other, but when the going gets tough, he's always on my side. Hey, Cheap.
Comment procurer un hippogriffe sans chaudron d'or?
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea.
Ok.
I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Chaudron d'or. Je vois pas ce qu'il faut faire. Je pense pas que je puisse le pêcher.
I think I fished enough today. There are other things to do.
Hmm. Wow, je vois pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire, mais pas du tout. Cliché du prince. Graines de tournesol, gros verre gras, sentir la fleur.
Very well, Your Royal Highness. Huh, how old are you again?
Mhm. Ouais. Elle fait la gueule la plante là. Ok. Bon.
Shame that the tree's casting more and more shade over the waterfall. Before, the sunlight used to dance on it, and there were the most wonderful rainbows.
Je sais pas ce qu'il faut faire. Pas du tout.
A book about woodcrafts, sanding, cutting, hammering, all that sort of stuff. Water, straight from the waterfall. Arbor's little spade. Mustn't forget to give it back to him. I have bait and spoon bait on the fishing line. That's as good as it gets. There are many magical clothes in this world which strengthen the powers of their wearers. However, the rule of thumb is, the more useful the garment, the uglier it is. I will only deploy this flower in self-defense, or when it could prove amusing. The worms are happy and fat. The earth in the bonsai pot seems to have done them good. A friendly gift from nature, taken without permission. I don't really know much about those things are called pipe cleaners. Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized the opportunity to marry me off to a proper elf prince. So far, I've managed to frighten off every candidate successfully, but she's starting to lose her patience. Since Nate left without saying so much, so far...
Je vais voir si je peux échanger sa pelle contre un chaudron d'or, mais il en a pas. Je vois pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire.
I'll only give it back when I don't need it anymore.
J'ai besoin de la pelle alors. Ok. J'ai mal au bras. Putain, mais je vois pas du tout ce qu'il faut faire là. C'est abusé.
Since Nate left without saying so much as a word, Mother seized... So far, I don't really know much. Since Nate left, so.
Je sais pas quoi faire. Je suis à court d'idées. Le chaudron d'or, il n'y en a pas. Je peux pas partir du palais. Il me faut un hippogriffe. Bon. Je sais pas quoi faire.
The worms are happy and fat. The earth in the bonsai. Hey, Cheap. Do you want a few worms? Yes, nice fat juicy ones. I really shouldn't tease him anymore. Cheap is a vegetarian and a gourmand. Worms are no more a delicacy to him than they are to me.
Oh merde. Ah bah c'est ça alors. Ouais, c'est bon.
I've got sunflower seeds. Want one? I can imagine the whole experience has made you hungry. We will get through this together, right?
Ok, c'est pas ça.
No, he's suffered enough today. Cheap can be quite annoying, but when the going gets tough, I can always rely on him.
Putain, je fais quoi? Putain, mais je sais pas quoi faire du tout, c'est abusé.
Hey, Cheap.
Comment procurer un hippogriffe sans chaudron d'or? Ça marchera pas ça.
Do you think I could play the princess card and ask the stud to loan us a hippogriff? That'd cost a lot less than a pot of gold. Yeah, you're right. They'd blab to everyone. Bad idea if I want to travel incognito. Do you think I could... Yeah. I'll be back soon, Cheap.
Non.
A book about wood...
Franchement... Ou alors il y a un truc que j'ai oublié de la dernière fois, ce qui est possible. Mais là je vois pas comment partir d'ici. Ouais.
Very.
Mhm.
I'll only give it back.
J'ai besoin de la pelle. Putain, franchement, je sais pas ce qu'il faut faire.
Arbor's little
Elle va où là?
I'll only give it back when I...
Alors.
When Nate saw the well for the first time, he started blabbering something about sky pools and that we could have a lot of fun in the water. That was the point at which Mother made Cheep guard me.
Mhm. Ça, je l'ai fait
I
déjà.
should have known that he'd be aware of my pregnancy. Nothing escapes him where nature's concerned. He won't tell Mother anything. We've always had secrets together.
Hmm. Ah, je sais pas du tout quoi faire, putain.
Arbor's little spade. Arbor's little... Arbor's little...
Bon bah je vais arrêter hein, parce que je sais pas du tout quoi faire et ça me saoule un petit peu là.
I think I... I think I fished enough today. There are other things to do.
Mhm. Ah,
I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice, but I'll have to find out.
eh ben.
One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw, guided by 2 men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow, I feel a bit dirty. It'll be all right. You'll see.
Ok. Il y a un arc-en-ciel maintenant. Salut Melvin. Yo, il y a un de mes amis qui vient de partir dans le nord et on peut plus se parler sur la PS4. Il est parti. Mais pas de mon cœur, tu me manques mon ami. Bizarrement, il bug ton live. Est-ce normal? Non, théoriquement, il devrait pas bugger. On peut plus se parler sur la PS4, pourquoi? Il est parti, mais pas de mon cœur. Il est parti dans le nord. Non, normalement le live devrait pas bugger. Bon, en tout cas, on a avancé. Il y a un arc-en-ciel qui s'est déclenché. Observez le bout de l'arc-en-ciel.
Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow over the garden. Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right. Nate once said, let's see. Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down, others will judge whether it was worth traumatizing the willow for this, but the rainbow certainly adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
Ok. On n'est pas plus avancé pour l'instant. Ok. Ah, il faut creuser, je crois qu'il y a un trésor, non? Ouais. Ah, super.
Pot of gold, and no grumpy leprechaun protecting it. What a stroke of luck.
Ok, c'est bon, on est débloqué. On aurait eu du mal. Hein. Du coup, c'est bon.
Hey, Cheap.
Hey, Chip. J'ai le chaudron d'or. Peux-tu l'emmener au Hara?
I have the pot of gold here. Go on, take it to the stud. Oh, I realise it's too heavy. I won an arm wrestling contest against an orc warrior in Seastone with the help of a strength elixir. We could get something like that for you.
Non, mais je dois lui faire une potion.
I'll be back soon, Cheap. I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong, but unfortunately it's very sure, and I know it's right. I'm pregnant. I just know that I need to get out of here.
Ok, il faut une potion de force pour mon oiseau. Oh. Ouais.
Hi, Arbor.
Ok.
What you got there? Be that the hat of a master fisher?
Yep, pulled it out of the pond.
But But I've been trying for years to hook one of those.
Well, talent will out.
That ain't be talent. That be pure luck. Mappin'. Sooner or later, old Arbor will get some luck too.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
J'ai posé votre bêche là-bas.
I
Ok.
don't need your spade anymore. I've put it over there.
Ah, that's great. And you've dug a lovely hole too, right in the middle of my lawn.
Ah, sorry about that.
Oh, what the heck. I'll plant it with something.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
Ok. Alors. Faut que je trouve un élixir de force, un truc dans le genre. On va aller voir dans la chambre avant. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Rien. Hop. Ici, on n'a rien non plus. Ok.
I'll leave her to work.
Ok.
This ma-
Est-ce que le père va nous aider?
Pa?
Yes, pop it.
Ok, hypothétiquement, si Chip devait soulever un chaudron d'or. Pouf!
Hypothetically, if Cheap Cheap had to transport something heavy through the air, how could I help him do it?
You could ask me to give him the necessary strength. Which you have just done, have you not?
Really?
Of course. But the effect would not last long enough to transport you to, let's say, Seastone.
He doesn't need to do that. It's just a short distance.
All right. Bring me some sunflower seeds.
Nickel.
What exactly do you want to do with the sunflower seeds?
You'll see. It will make Cheap Cheap strong enough to carry even a heavy load for a short while. The exact opposite of fashionable. Therefore, it must be very useful.
It makes me a master fisherwoman.
Ah, you could have become one of those if you had fished for a few hundred years. Now the hat has robbed you of all that pleasure.
Voilà les graines.
I have a few sunflower seeds. Here.
Good. Keep still.
That's it.
Just give Cheap Cheap these seeds to eat shortly before he starts on his journey.
Thanks.
Ok, on a réussi à se débloquer. Yo, Prédaturk. Salut à toi. Tu as été voir ma chaîne? Je sais plus, Melvin, ça fait presque 2 mois que je vais plus trop sur YouTube. Tu m'as dit que tu n'avais pas Facebook, je crois. C'est quoi le nom de ta chaîne? Melvin, du coup? Attends, je vais regarder. Melvin. Ah non, je crois que t'avais un autre compte. Ça doit pas être ça ta chaîne. Merde. Melvin. Ok, j'ai pas de connexion. T'as acheté Batman? J'ai une chaîne avec 75 vidéos. Ah, c'est ça? J'ai tué mon premier mammouth. Non, c'est pas ça. Si, c'est ça. Melvin. C'est trop beau, ouais, les Batman sont super beaux. Mais est-ce que c'est bien? Moi, l'univers de Batman m'attire pas des masses. J'ai fait juste le premier sur PS3, enfin le premier, le Arkham Asylum, que j'ai adoré. Mais je sais pas, j'ai du mal à m'y remettre aux autres. Si, c'est ça? D'accord, donc en ce moment tu joues à Far Cry Primal. Ben, je regarderai pas pour l'instant Far Cry Primal parce que j'ai pas envie de me spoil le jeu. Pourquoi je peux pas cliquer sur juste vidéo? Pour voir juste tes vidéos. Hop. Alors, tac. Ah, c'est bizarre, je peux pas cliquer sur vidéo quand je suis sur ta chaîne. Ah si, c'est ça. Ok, c'est Facebook qui a dû... YouTube qui a dû changer. Ok, donc tu joues à Far Cry Primal. Ça, c'est les vidéos que t'aimes. Ouais, c'est chelou. Bon, je verrai ça une autre fois. Mais c'est bon, je me suis abonné. Alors, c'est de la merde de quoi? Moi aussi, mais finalement, je kiffe, ça marche. Donc c'est lequel du coup? Je kiffais quand j'étais gamin sur Mega Drive. Yes. C'est lequel le dernier Batman du coup qui est sorti? C'est celui que Kumi a fait, je crois. Oh, je suis complètement à la ramasse. C'est celui avec la Batmobile, je crois. As-tu lancé un sort sur ces graines de tournesol?
Whatever you did to those sunflower seeds looked like magic to me.
Oh no, it was the opposite of magic. Nature, life, pure life.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Listen to the wind in the willows and the mole and the toad. They know the answer.
Ok.
Enlighten me.
Merde.
Enlighten. Oh. I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later.
Après j'ai décroché. D'accord. En même temps, ça peut rien avoir quand même. Hein. Ça peut rien avoir maintenant.
Hey, cheap.
Pas m'a donné de la super nourriture pour toi. Paf.
Father's changed the sunflower seeds. Well, can you feel anything? Now, don't exaggerate. Okay, here. Oh, I hope it works. But what's he gonna be like when he's super cheap? He's got enough of an exaggerated opinion of himself as it is.
Ok. On attend qu'il revienne, je suppose. Ok. Oh, l'hippogriffe.
Oh, that's overdoing it a bit. It appears Cheep Cheep couldn't resist the temptation and has brought the hippogriff with him straight away. I thought you just wanted to deliver the pot of gold. You deserve it. It's really in there, is it? Our hippogriff? Why did the stud put it in there? Couldn't they have just let it fly back with you? You mean it was in the box already? You didn't actually see it?
Ça va pas être un hippogriffe.
I'd love to have your trust. Oh well, at least it's pretty lively. Cheap blind purchased the hippogriff. His trust in the Aculeus stud is far greater than his mistrust of humankind's capacity to deceive. Relax, I'm on it.
Waouh. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
You've still got the receipt, haven't you, Chief?
J'attends toujours Mass Effect. En stream, tu veux dire? Ah, si tu l'attends toujours en stream, c'est pas pour tout de suite, hein. C'est pas pour tout de suite. Bah non, c'est pas pour tout de suite parce que sur PS4, je peux pas le streamer, je crois. Bah ce soir... Non, quel jour ? Cet après-midi, il y aura un petit peu de Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Non, Advanced Warfare. Parce que j'ai reçu mon frag FX, mais bon, il est pas au point. Il faut attendre une mise à jour qui arrivera seulement en janvier... Enfin, mars-avril. Mais bon, c'est quand même jouable à peu près, même si c'est pas excellent. Je pars de la sortie du jeu. Shepard va mettre tout le monde d'accord. Ah oui, le nouveau Mass Effect, ça marche. C'est déjà prévu ? Moi je suis pas du tout au courant, ça fait 2-3 mois que je me renseigne pas du tout sur l'actualité jeux vidéo. C'est prévu pour quand Pourquoi il y a deux trucs? Examiner la caisse.
The little chap has enough strength to demolish a heavy wooden box. That's a pretty good sign. Cheap? Didn't the hippogriff in the magazine look a bit different to this? Bigger, a bit more griff and a bit less hippo? Is this the effect of the epidemic? Mother said it changed things. You are strong enough, aren't you? You were able to demolish that box just now. Can you carry me as far as Seastone? Right then. The Archmage, murdered by Wilbur Weathervane? There's something strange afoot, Cheap. Mark my words. I don't believe a word of it. Someone's responsible for this epidemic and someone wants to hurt our friends. Away to Seastone.
Eh ben. C'est là que tu me déçois, mec. Bah ouais, mais je peux pas streamer avec la PS3, donc voilà, la PS3 est rangée en plus.
My name is Weathervane, Professor Weathervane.
You want to teach us?
Well, yes. Why not?
You're a gnome. Gnomes can't do magic.
I can and have. During my mage training, yes?
My mother also says that you should not be a teacher. But I think you're great, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Professor, what exactly is the magic constant? How long must Veritaserum mature? What can you tell us about ancient magic runes?
Comment tu peux pas connaître Mass Effect? Bah tout simplement parce que le 1 est pas sorti sur PS3 et que en démat, donc bah je l'ai pas fait. Et j'allais pas faire le 2 et le 3 sans avoir fait le 1. Tais-toi et assieds-toi correctement.
How about you sit down properly first?
No.
No? That's no, Professor. Or, more properly, yes, Professor.
No means yes, Professor. That's going to cause some misunderstandings. So, the magic constant? Veritaserum? Ancient magic runes?
Veritaserum.
Want to learn something?
You seem to really know a lot about magic.
More than you, anyway. Maybe we should switch places.
Maybe you should shut your... we never talked to teachers like that in my day.
Well, we do in mine. We'd like to have answers to our questions.
I will answer all your questions, but not now. It's time for History of Magic.
Then I have a history question. As everyone knows, gnomes are completely incompetent when it comes to magic. To be exact, only one great gnome mage has appeared in the last 800 years. He defeated Gremar, the last of the great dragons. What was the name of that last great gnome mage?
Alors, il s'appelait ne me pose pas de questions stupides. Pas le bon moment. Je reviens dans une minute.
He was called sit down at your desk properly and don't ask stupid questions.
But don't they say there are no stupid questions, only stupid answers? And that there aren't supposed to be any bad students, only bad teachers?
Putain, il rigole pas lui, hein.
Not right now. We will... open your textbooks to page 100 and...
So, I was right, wasn't I? You know nothing, not even the name of the only great maid your own people ever produced.
I just need a drink of water. Frog in my throat.
Ha!
Oh man! Master Marcus warned me that the students would test me the first few hours, but this is a nightmare. I don't
Va te renseigner sur Mass Effect.
know nothing.
Ah, j'ai pas compris ta dernière phrase. Bon courage pour le taf.
Easy boy, easy. Think, Wilbur, think.
Waouh.
It can't be healthy in the long run for Friedlin to always eat parchment and old scrolls. Perhaps he'd like the pet food I bought. Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching. This box was in a shop window down in the city. I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit. Short white rope, pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right. Real magic or none at all. This has to be the oldest shoe I've ever seen. It's so old it's even lost its ability to stink.
Ok.
It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. At least the first since the school reappeared.
Ok.
Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. He'll know how I can tame those unruly students. So, what was that number again? 64731?
Hello.
Ah! Oh, wrong number!
N'importe quoi.
My wand. The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage training. He and the other rats have been tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret. I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair has promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something.
Ok. Je récupère la baguette.
The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home. Soft and cuddly moral support.
Photo de famille.
My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Meggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines. But Grandad says there's no future in it.
Lunettes d'aviateur.
These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well, pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me out of the cannon. The bed is pretty cozy. It's so cozy that Friedlin is curled up in it. But that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end.
Ouais, Melvin. Pourquoi tu mets pas le truc avec les coms? C'est parce qu'en fait ça coupe une partie de l'écran. Et j'aime bien jouer en plein écran tout simplement. Donc j'ai désactivé les coms. Comme ça je joue en full screen. Et je vois vos messages sur la tablette. Voilà. Je trouvais ça dommage de pas profiter du jeu en plein écran. Alors regardez, Fridolin, le lapin mouton. Le lapin mouton.
This is Friedlin, my rabbit sheep. I had to cast the transformation spell during my mage training. And this is the result.
Ok.
A bowl of fresh, cool water for my roommate. The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared just as suddenly once the war ended. There's a lot of magic in these old walls. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it.
Ok. Ça a bugué encore?
Way I'm taking the bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket without getting my robe soaking wet? It's not like I can just carry anything around. But I could use the bowl here in the room. Do you want some water, Friedlin? He seems to be hungry more than anything.
Ok. Pourquoi tu mets pas le truc avec les coms? Ah, je t'ai répondu, je sais pas si ça a fonctionné du coup. C'est pour avoir le jeu en plein écran tout simplement. pour profiter du jeu en plein écran. Et comme je peux lire les coms sur la tablette, c'est pas un souci. Le cornet acoustique.
A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor.
Ok, on va sortir pour l'instant.
Mages use balls. He'll know. I don't know much about the history of magic. I wanted to read a book about it, but I couldn't find anything relevant in the whole school. I can't go back out there until I know the name of the gnome that defeated the great dragon.
Ok.
My students would lose all respect for me. And how would I teach them anything then?
Ta tablette elle est rayée? Non, pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que j'ai trouvé? Une baguette magique et de la nourriture.
Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll give you some delicious pet food, and you give me my notebook back. Okay, buddy? Alright, me first. Okay. Now give me my notebook, please. Hey, I thought we had a deal.
Car moi il y a plein de rayures, mais heureusement il y a un truc protecteur. Ah bah donc c'est pas l'écran qui est rayé, c'est le film protecteur. Le graphisme de... Connais pas la suite. Connais la suite. J'ai pas compris.
I've thought a few times about whether I should try to fully transform Friedlin into a sheep or back into a rabbit. But he seems to be quite happy the way he is, and I'm afraid that I might accidentally transform him into an elephant or a skunk or a dog.
Personnel, la nourriture sur le lit. Voilà, tac.
Maybe I can lure Friedlin away from my notepad. That's it. That's all there is. Hey, Friedlin, look! Food! All you have to do is hop over here and get it.
Oh le type quoi.
Wow! My rabbit has superpowers. But now the food is gone and Friedlin is still hungry. Ah, no wonder I didn't do it right. It says, space-saving instant dry food. Soak in water before feeding. Ah. Wow.
Tu me connais, je suis très sévère sur le graphisme, donc là le graphisme, ça pique les yeux. Ouais, bah après c'est un point and click, hein. C'est pas vraiment ce qu'on recherche les graphismes, enfin si ça peut être joli, mais bon ça va, je trouve ça mignon, mais c'est des graphismes PS3 quoi. Oui, c'est sûr qu'avec la PS4, ça, on peut faire beaucoup d'autres choses beaucoup mieux. Hop.
I think we make it. Unfortunately.
Merde, qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? C'est ça.
How about some water to wash the food down? That's what I thought. Food was pretty dry, right? See how well I take care of you? Then maybe we could talk about my notebook. Oops. instructions next time, promise. Sorry.
Bon, j'avoue que ce jeu est pas super excitant. Ah. Tu veux que je parlais les yeux ou quoi? Non, non, je suis sur PS4, mais c'est des graphismes dignes de la PS3, quoi. Je disais juste que la PS4 peut faire beaucoup mieux, c'est sûr.
It says, Master Marcus, owing to emergencies, 64179. This is definitely an emergency. I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it.
Ok, donc on appelle... Un requin peut pas le faire comme ça, mais je pense qu'il va le faire automatiquement. Hop là.
Well, 6417 and 9. Hopefully this will work this time.
Yes? Hello?
Master Marcus!
Wilbur, what is it?
J'ai un élève très énervant. Ouais.
Well, there's this boy who's naughty and cheeky and he doesn't listen to me.
Wilbur, you're a teacher now. Of course the students are naughty and outrageous. You have to assert yourself.
I've only been a teacher for a few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wait for your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
Bah change de jeu. Non, mais je vais le finir, celui-ci, je l'ai acheté à Auchan pendant les soldes, il me semble. Mais cet après-midi, je vais faire un peu de Call of. Un tout petit peu. Et ce soir, soit je streamerai un nouveau jeu, soit je jouerai à Rocket League avec Zogma. Je sais pas encore. J'aimerais vraiment inspirer mes étudiants. Mais comment faire?
How can I inspire my students? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Obviously not. Otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead. Let the magic do the work. You may not know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Just do some magic.
Just do some magic.
J'ai vraiment un talent naturel pour la magie, n'est-ce pas?
Your brother called me a natural talent. I am really quite good at magic, right?
You did some incredible things during your training.
I just wish I could control the magic better. Sometimes it just bubbles out of me, and other times, nothing.
I think that will come with time. And if not, you will have to rely on your ingenuity.
Ok. Coupe ton live. Et pareil. Et après, refait car ça arrête pas de refaire des flashbacks. Comme back en arrière. Putain, les voix, ça me fait rappeler Disneyland. Ouais, je sais pas, non, parce que si je le relance. Rekumi. Si je le relance, ça va refaire une vidéo. Tant pis s'il est bugué, je garderai pas la vidéo sur YouTube, c'est pas grave. Pourquoi dois-je enseigner seul ici? Où sont les autres professeurs?
Why do I have to teach it all alone? Why aren't there any other teachers?
Many mages died during the war. There are only a few of us left. And most of those who survived are now pursuing more lucrative activities. Alchemy, ghost hunting, children's birthday parties.
But training new mages is important. If the rest are just out for the gold, then who will take care of the next generation?
Being a teacher is an important and honourable task, Wilbur, even when others fail to appreciate that.
Ok. Pourquoi n'enseignez-vous pas dans cette école?
If it's such an important task, why aren't you teaching at this school?
Politics. My brother is the Archmage, and he's in the middle of an election campaign. If he were to give his own brother a job, well, his opponents would just love that. But I'm not angry. I did my part. I trained mages when no one else would. And I found the most talented gnome mage the world has ever seen.
On raconte qu'autrefois vivaient un grand dragon et un gnome.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremma, was defeated by a gnome.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He arrived at a time of great need and saved the people of the Southlands by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a trace.
Wow. But one of my students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Thanks for your help, Master Marcus. I'll get through the lesson one way or another, and now I'll get back in touch, okay?
Sorry, but no, Wilbur. You caught me packing. I'm off to spend 2 exciting weeks with a couple of friends.
What, you got on vacation? Well, now?
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I sold the mage school, as you know. I want to start something new. Finally do what I really want to do. Role-playing games.
Role-playing games?
Live role-playing games. They start in a few days. We leave the normal world of magic, monsters and dungeons behind and immerse ourselves in a fantasy world. I play a removals contractor who is caught in a traffic jam with his truck and must therefore spend a night in a motel.
Excellent.
Imagine what adventures could be waiting there for me.
But I thought being a teacher was really important. And
that it is. Have fun.
Master Marcus. Hello.
Ouais, l'humour est assez cool, de temps en temps. C'est un indé ce jeu? Je suis pas sûr, Kumi. Non, je suis pas sûr. Bon après, ce qui est un petit peu relou, c'est qu'il parle assez rapidement. Faut vraiment lire les sous-titres pour choper toutes les touches d'humour. Et il y a vraiment beaucoup de texte. Et les énigmes sont assez faciles. Du coup, je le trouve un petit peu ennuyant, mais bon. Pour l'instant, il est marrant, donc ça va. Il est 9h44, je vais pas tarder à arrêter.
Come
Ok.
on, Wilbur. You can do it. You can inspire your students.
Ouais, c'est un jeu en boîte celui-ci. Mais je l'avais commencé il y a longtemps en fait. J'avais fait 2 épisodes dessus.
That's better.
So what about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Grandma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite them off. Enough with history of magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games doesn't sound bad, right?
Impossible!
Not bad, eh? Wow! That is magic. And here you can learn how to control it. That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do something else.
Bon là on est clairement dans le monde d'Harry Potter, hein. Je pense.
Oh, sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to finally meet you in person.
Et vous êtes?
And you are?
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
Why watch out for me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that. Your patron, Archmage Alistair, will not win the election against me. Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Comment puis-je vous aider? Vous n'auriez pas dû abattre mes fées.
How may I help you?
Help me? One of the Archmage's top men wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Withervane?
What game?
Things are heating up. The House of Cards is starting to collapse. I know it, and Alistair knows it too. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake. And he has made the first.
Ok. J'avais pas besoin d'un château de cartes.
What mistake did the Archmage make?
He hired you. A gnome with a fake diploma issued by none other than the Archmage's brother Marcus.
I earned my diploma honestly. I have passed all 3 of the exams and...
Gnomes know nothing of magic. Everyone knows that. And you've never taught before.
But Archmage Alistair believes in me.
As the head mage, he appoints the professors. But I'm the merchant council leader and I assign the administrative posts. Headmaster Block will reveal your incompetence and the newspapers will report on the Archmage's dubious personnel policy before the election.
Mhm.
You shouldn't have just shot my fairy.
Do not underestimate me, Mr. Weathervane. I am very well aware that those are not fairies. Cobolus Vergastus, flying kobolds. Don't tell me you conjured them up yourself.
Yes, I did. All 5 of them.
Amazing! Powerful magic is needed to manifest living creatures. That is why most necromancers only reanimate skeletons. Dead matter can be much more easily controlled, as of course you know. Or should know.
Ouais, y a que ça, Kumi. En plus, comme je suis fatigué, là, c'est un peu tendu, mais bon, je vais bientôt arrêter. Mais ouais, ça arrête pas de parler beaucoup. Après, il y a de l'humour, hein, y a de l'humour sympa, comme l'histoire des jeux de rôle juste avant. Et là, les petits lutins que j'ai invoqués, c'est clairement, je pense, une référence aux petits lutins de Cornouailles qu'il y a dans... Les lutins de Cornouailles, je crois, Cornouailles, qu'il y a dans Harry Potter, je sais plus dans quel épisode, le 2, je crois. Le 2 ou le 3. Le 2, je crois. Alors, qui est le nouveau principal de l'école? L'archimage Alistair est un grand homme et il est mon ami. Hop.
The new headmaster. Who is he?
Horatius Block. A good man. Very correct and very strict.
If he can help this school return to its former glory, I look forward to working with him.
Former glory? This old ruin? It was already run down back in my day. And wherever it was for the last 20 years, it definitely looks like they didn't have any cleaners.
Ok. L'archimage Alistair est un grand homme et il est mon ami.
My friend, Archmage Alistair, is better suited to bring the city and the country back into shape than anyone else.
Oh, you believe that? He is a great mage. Anyone who doubts that is mad. And he was a great leader during the war, most of the time. But what we need now is someone who understands the economy.
And that's you?
I am a rich and successful merchant. I have rich and successful friends. Who could be better suited to making others rich and successful?
Alistair would step down for you if he believed that.
You know what? I actually believe you're right. Strange, isn't it? How little he worries about defending his power.
So I guess it's all been said, hasn't it?
Indeed.
Indeed.
You're in a sinking ship, Withervane. I could still be convinced to throw you a life preserver.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Withervane, you shall perish with him. Here, elect Sybil Van Buren. She knows how to get it done. Come along, honey. We're leaving.
There aren't any of these in my book of fairy tales, Mama.
I know, honey. Who wants to look at something that ugly?
Can you turn him into a unicorn, or the Cheshire Cat, or the Frog Prince?
Ok. Sauvegarde. Ah, hein. Tu vas dormir à nouveau, lol. Non, non, non. Un bon Street Fighter te réveillerait. Ouais, c'est pas faux, mais je suis pas très bon à Street Fighter. Je t'en avais déjà parlé. Et je vais mettre ça. Je suis pas très bon à Street Fighter, et en plus il vient de sortir, donc je vais sûrement pas le payer au prix fort. Surtout si j'y joue pas longtemps, du fait de mes piètres performances. Et en plus, ouais, le stream des jeux de combat, bah tu te souviens ce que ça fait, quoi. Mais bon, après, je le prendrai sûrement plus tard. Bon, je continue un petit peu à observer tout ce qui est autour de moi, et après, je stoppe.
Oh, Chantal forgot her book. Seems to be a book of fairy tales, but one of the tackier kinds.
Tu as raison, attends qu'il soit en occasion. Attends, Uncharted 4. Yes. Bah même Uncharted, hein, je l'achèterai pas neuf, hein, c'est sûr. J'ai tellement... Vu que je joue pas beaucoup en ce moment, en plus j'ai plein de jeux à faire. Donc j'ai largement le temps d'attendre qu'il baisse. Déjà je vais me faire les FPS, même si, bon, avec la souris c'est un peu relou. Je pense quand même m'en faire quelques-uns. J'espère. Surtout que ça peut changer d'un jeu à l'autre, la maniabilité de la souris, donc on va voir. Regardez la table.
This is the desk that Chantal, the daughter of the council leader, and little Timmy share. Hard to imagine two students being any more different. Chantal is only here because of its tradition in her family, and I don't think she really cares about magic or has any real talent for it. Timmy, though, well, he is eager to learn and was so excited the last few days. It's for students like him that we have to get this school back up and running.
Okay.
A pencil case. A ruler. Nothing special. I don't think the Archmage even has brochures like these. No posters or town criers or plays. Either he lacks the gold or he doesn't. I don't know who that boy was. He was a right pain in the ass. However, he seemed to understand a great deal about magic, and if I managed to teach him some manners, he could be an excellent student. Generations of students have left their mark, especially in the form of little pictures and sayings carved into wood. Here's a particularly long one. For all drifters and troublemakers, condemned to write the same sentence on the board over and over again, no problem. Cast the automation spell on the piece of chalk and it does it all the work for you. Bartholomew. Hey, aye, that's cheating. Pretty clever, though. The spell carved into wood down there, I'll just write it down.
Sort d'automatisation. Ok. Uncharted 4, il va tellement se vendre qu'il y en aura en occasion. Il se trouvera rapidement. Yes. Ouais, le Killzone, je l'ai commis. Je pense que c'est celui-ci que je vais faire juste après. Même si j'ai bien envie de changer de registre, parce que je pense que le Killzone va vachement se rapprocher du Call of Duty Advanced Warfare au niveau de l'ambiance. J'aimerais bien en faire un plus... Et c'est quoi, Metro Last Light? Non, c'est pas ça du tout. Si, je sais plus, le truc où il y en a deux là, il y a un espèce de bundle Redux ou je sais pas quoi. J'aimerais bien faire celui-là ou celui que t'as fait là, le Wolfenstein. Ça me changera un peu de registre au niveau des FPS. Enfin, c'est surtout l'époque que j'aimerais changer parce que là, quand c'est trop futuriste et qu'il y a des gadgets de partout, j'avoue que j'accroche un petit peu moins. Wow, tout ce qu'il y a à faire dans la salle.
When the school disappeared 20 years ago, obviously no one looked after the animals. Expected consequences, really.
Ok. Ah, je peux le prendre?
I don't need the whole skeleton, but a sharp-pointed bone like this might just prove useful.
Cool. Ça sauvegarde? Non.
It appears they wanted to replicate the fish's natural habitat as exactly as possible, including miniature treasure chests, just like the ones frequently found in the sea. Hey, some old coins.
Ok.
Maybe one of my predecessors had a vicious fish guard his retirement fund.
Par contre, ça sauvegarde pas, c'est un peu chiant. J'ai pas envie de tout refaire. Ça sauvegardera sûrement quand je vais changer de pièce. Hop là.
Introduction to magic, sheep breeding and care, statistics. That seems to be some kind of timetable.
Wolfenstein est terrible, Killzone est graphiquement, c'est graphiquement que ça envoie, et le jeu est vraiment mieux qu'un Call of, ça marche.
Oh, most of the plants have dried up. No one looked after them. Only this plant must have found a water source somewhere. Perhaps one of the windows has a leak.
Ok.
The last time a fire burned in this was before the school disappeared 20 years ago. And even if I could, I shouldn't start a fire in it anyway. The flue was broken, and the smoke would fill the entire classroom. A little ash, but also some unburned waste. Here's a sheet of paper. It's a sheet from a book. It's folded in the middle and printed on both sides. That equals 4 pages. It wasn't torn out. It looks more like the glue weakened and the sheet fell out. I'll just take it with me.
Ok.
Looks like someone wanted to start a fire and burn the book pages. Lucky for me, they failed. The mixing of potions is an important part of magic. It's a bit like cooking, except a stew doesn't kill you if you add the wrong ingredient. Or if it's stirred wrong. No? With a little luck, I can get through the day without causing an explosion.
Ok. Entrer dans la chambre, c'est là où on était tout à l'heure. On va finir le tour des loupes et on rentrera dans la chambre après pour que ça sauvegarde, je pense. Regardez le livre.
This book looks very old and important. Half the class had runny noses. Most were recaptured. This is the roll book where the teacher writes down any unusual events.
Waouh.
Plus 5 points for defeating a troll. Minus 50 for leaving your dorm at night. Maybe young Harry
Harry.
was right.
Ah oui, c'est Harry Potter, clairement.
Whoa. School must have been more competitive back then. The book is too thick to read without looking for anything in particular. Teachers are traditionally paid in apples. I got this one myself, because I didn't want to spend my first day without an apple. It didn't let me down this time, though. It worked even better than I expected. It was like it wanted to conjure. I could hardly keep it under control.
Le jeu de bagnole avec le ballon de foot, c'est bien. Alors moi j'adore. Après tout seul, si t'as un niveau qui reste moyen comme le mien, moyen, tout seul ça risque d'être assez vite fait un peu chiant. Mais à partir du moment où tu joues avec des potes, franchement c'est sympa. Moi j'ai fait beaucoup de parties avec Zogma et même si on a un niveau moyen, on va gagner autant de fois qu'on perd en fait. Franchement on se marre quand même et puis on progresse au final. J'ai joué avec Zeros aussi, avec Seb, Pomar, c'est un viewer qui est souvent là. Mais la plupart du temps je joue avec Zogma, qui est plus souvent dispo. Et franchement on rigole bien. Après l'idéal c'est de choper le jeu à pas cher quand il est en promo ou gratuit sur le store si t'as de la chance. Mais voilà, moi je l'ai payé 11 euros. Et pour le temps que j'ai passé dessus, franchement ça vaut le coup quoi. Je me suis bien marré. Et, et puis quoi d'autre? On y joue encore, mais bon, j'avoue que la dernière fois on a fait une session où on a fait 2 fois plus de défaites que de victoires. Ah, c'était un peu dur quoi. Je pense que ce soir on y rejouera peut-être. Je verrai s'il est dispo. Sinon, je ferai un autre jeu en stream. Mais ouais, s'il est à 20 euros, c'est un peu plus chiant quand même. 10 euros, c'est bien. Rocket League. Regardez l'appareil.
Unusual. This device looks more like ordinary engineering than it does magic. Most magical devices have lots of golden parts, elaborate decorations, and bells and whistles, just the way the mages like them. This one could easily come from a gnome workshop. What does it say? The apparatus that corrupted student Allardyce. A warning to those who do not want to accept the limits of magic. It seems a student by the name... I don't know why. Compared to the things lying around back home in Gnome Hole, this apparatus doesn't look particularly dangerous. What does it say? The
Ok. Regardez la table. Si, je bosse ce soir commis, mais ce soir c'est tranquille. Donc ça va. Je ferai sûrement une petite sieste cet après-midi. Toi tu bosses ce soir du coup? Aussi? Ah oui, je bosse, merde, je dis des conneries alors. Putain, attends. Ah ouais, du coup je dis n'importe quoi, je vais pas du tout jouer. Tu peux streamer tes sessions en live? Ouais, ça marche. Enfin, tu parles pour Rocket League, je pense. J'avais streamé un peu, par contre c'est moche quoi, parce que ça bouge de partout, donc ça pixelise à mort. Et oui, je vais au taf, donc je vais pas du tout jouer ce soir. Je dis n'importe quoi, hein, Koumi. Tu fais bien de me le rappeler. Ok, bon bah... Ah oui, il y a des trucs là-haut encore. Regardez le kobold.
The little fellas look like they've got nothing but mischief in mind. I hope they don't get into too much trouble.
Ok.
I suspect that some sort of strange magical creatures were kept in the cages. Students, for example.
Je rentre dans la chambre et si ça sauvegarde, je pense que je coupe là. J'espère que ça sauvegarde. Oh, ils sont chiants, ça va pas sauvegarder quoi. Utiliser la balle magique.
The way he looks at the moment, he could give Bertram the world's fattest hamster a run for his money. But he'll get back to normal. A short nap and he'll be right as rain.
Tout à l'heure ça sauvegardait toutes les 2 secondes. Ah, sauvegarder la partie. Ah, c'est bon, on peut sauvegarder quand on veut, c'est parfait. 10h05. Non repos aujourd'hui pour madame. Ah oui, c'est vrai que t'es de jour. Oh là là, j'ai du mal. Ok, donc tu reprends demain. Je reprends demain après-midi, d'accord. Oui, je comprenais pas que tu bosses et que tu joues en même temps, yes. Ah ouais, non mais je dis n'importe quoi. Je dis n'importe quoi. Bon bah voilà. Est-ce qu'il y a une sortie ici? Il y a une sortie, je pense, à gauche. « 10h06. Bon bah je vais sauvegarder là, je vais re-sauvegarder un coup. Et on prendra la sortie là-bas la prochaine fois que j'y jouerai. Mais bon, j'avoue que... Il y a beaucoup de lecture. Sauvegarder la partie. Hop. Voilà. Mon Koumi, je te fais un bisou. Et puis bah... Au revoir tout le monde pour ceux qui regardent la rediff. Et je vous dis à la prochaine. Donc bon, il est pas très animé ce stream là. Mais bah il y a beaucoup de lecture. C'est un peu lent, donc voilà. Désolé si c'est pas génial, mais c'est comme ça. Et après j'ai formation secourisme lundi et mardi. Et après je rattaque les week-ends. Lundi et mardi. Et après j'attaque les week-ends. Tu vas bosser que le week-end? Bon attends, de toute façon je vais te voir sur Messenger. Bonne escalade, bisous, à plus tard. Ça marche, à toute commis. Allez, je coupe. Salut tout le monde!